Hi and welcome back to the channel. So today I thought I would give you a latest heads up about Native Instruments' latest kind of sale or holiday bonanza, whatever you want to call it. They seem to be having like one every week. So this one's got some other offers in it that are new and haven't been in the previous cyber seasons. First one is you're getting a £22 voucher. You can use Holiday 24, and I'm using the GBP for pounds, but you would obviously be using euro or dollars or whatever your country's version is. So yeah, simply find something you like and add your code to the checkout to save. And obviously there will be some exceptions to this. On the whole, I think if you're buying anything full price, then you should save £22. You're getting 50% off Complete 15, which has been running for a while. You're now getting 3-for-1 Play Series or 3-for-1 on expansions, which is pretty good. So they're £44 each. So you're getting 3 Play Series or 3 expansions for £44. You're getting some Synth deals, and we'll have a look at those. You're getting a free gift, isotope deals, 50% off Massive X, and some deals on hardware. So let's just have a look and see what's the Synth deals. So you can get the full version of Massive X for $89.50. Monarch is 17, and Super 8 is 17 as well. And I do like Super 8. FM8 as well. You can get the full version for only £17. So that is pretty good. The original Massive for £17, which is still fripping amazing. You get 3-for-1 on the Play Series, and like I said, they're all £44, and you get 3-for-1 on the expansions as well. And then hardware, so my favourite machine on offer for $420, or you can get the Machine Plus for $840. And the Micro, which I wouldn't bother with, for $170. There's some offers on keyboards as well. You're now getting Complete 15 Select. So one of the things that I wanted to flag up, this new software that's come out called RSI 1, and it says very, very little about it on the website. A rare synth reimagined, and it doesn't really say much about it at all. It's been done by 10 Phantom Rooms, who I think he does work for Arturia as well. I'm sure he's done some preset work for Arturia, but I certainly recognise his name. So it says, go far beyond digital emulations with authentic samples from the legendary Smith synthesizer, which I have never heard of. So yeah, streamlined macro controls and a smart interface for quick sorting and customization of over 200 snapshots. A huge pool of additional granular and resynthesis samples and advanced sequencer. You've got main, mixer, edit, FM, detune, sequencer, and animate. You've got 4 layers, and then you can go in and detune them all separately and add supermode and swarm, and you've got all the macro controls down there. This is what it actually looked like. So I've never seen or heard of this Schmidt. So it's handmade in Germany, but it doesn't say when, or what is it, 70s or 80s? I have no idea. They're not exactly giving you tons of information. So you can see there you've got your 4 samples there, and you can randomize these and adjust the volumes. And this is quite cool. So it's got an A, B, and a C. So these are variations on the preset, and I'm going, well, why does it go A, B, C? And if you use the mod file, it'll morph through the 3 different variations. How cool is that? And then you can apply it to different things as well. If you click in here, you can then apply it to about half a dozen different things. And you've got your kind of sequencer here, so you can actually adjust it on the fly. Where's the sequencer? Yeah, the sequencer is like absolutely bonkers. You've got all these different things that you can change: gate, skip, pitch, octave, chance, velocity, length. You've got time-based randomization, swing, and you've got an ARP as well. Like I said, there's basically sod all about it, and it tells you a bit about 10 Phantom Rooms. Will work in the Contact player, version 8 or higher, and it comes with 205 snapshots with 3 variants each, and it is 11 gigabyte. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play the video, because it's a really good video by Reuben. You can get this for £89, but obviously you can get £22 off that. So it would be £67 or $85 or €81 with the £22 voucher, and it will work on this because it's a full price item. Once you watch the video, you realise how absolutely bonkers it is. And it is very, very complex indeed. So, and as usual, if you are enjoying these videos, please like, subscribe, and I will leave links in the description for RSI1 and also the kind of Cyber Week. And if you use those, I get like tuppence halfpenny if you actually buy something. So thanks for watching, and as usual, I will see you in the next one.
Introducing RSI1 from 10 Phantom Rooms, a rare hardware synth reimagined for contact from Native Instruments. From authentic hardware sampling to cutting-edge sound processing, this exploration of the acclaimed Schmidt synthesizer combines original and resampled sounds to create inspiring multi-layered instruments. Crackling leads to dusty basses, digital soundscapes to wild effects, this first release in the rare synth instruments canon uses complex processing of the original hardware audio to inspire and delight. RSI1 takes full advantage of NKS features, including audio previews, pre-assigned parameters, and macros. Specialising in next-generation contact instruments, 10 Phantom Rooms was founded by pro sound and instrument designer Tobias Menguza, alongside Paul Haslinger and other creative minds. Tobias's love for the sound of this expensive and rare Schmidt synthesizer shines through, not only capturing many unique raw waveforms and twisted patches, but also processing these sounds and others through outboard filters and feedback paths, tweaking them in real time. You'll hear granular synthesis and other modern techniques applied to the samples to create a next-generation synth instrument with real character and bite. New to RSI1, the frequency modulation, detune, and sequence pages add sound evolutions, supermod, and swarm shifting, plus tempo sync sequencer and arpeggios. Combine these with micro-tuning presets, new insert effects, and the flexible controls of the developer's sister libraries, and this makes for a huge malleable synth toolkit. Let's explore. The best way to get a feel for RSI1 is by browsing over 200 snapshots and experimenting with the A, B, and C sound variations. Usually tied to the mod wheel. These mix the 4 channel levels, panning, and 8 macros, including the new FM macro and the really cool sequence modulation macro. Take a listen to the category of sounds named as BPM. Tonal categories include ambiances, atmospheres, Brahms, pads, synth strings, and organs. Synths is a broad category, covering short and long tones, as well as digital percussion. FX are a varied bunch, simpler at variation A and becoming more complex when mixed through to variation C. Leads appear in clean and distorted subcategories, and again benefit from some mod wheel wiggling to add transformations. Basses also benefit from trying the variations to add movement and artifacts. Let's look at the basics of RSI 1 before digging into the new macros, modulation pages and sequencer. Each snapshot is comprised of simultaneous sounds playing across the 4 channels. Select a multi-sampled sound source for each channel from the browser just here. There are many sounds categorized as twisted oscillators. These include all 4 oscillators sampled from the Schmidt Synth and much more besides, as Tobias designed full patches based on one of the 4 oscillators each. These include filter and feedback routing and real-time twistings. The results are highly dynamic multi-samples, up to 20 seconds in length, including subtle filter movements and modulations. Granular sounds are smeared relatives of the original waveforms. Analog and digital noise samples are best added sparingly to crisp up your creations. Resynthesized samples have been run through Tobias's expansive collection of hardware. SFX are more unusual tones that humanize the presets. Time-traveled waveforms have really been put through the ringer. Pause or play the interface animation here, or stop it completely here. For fast inspiration, use the dice icons to pick a random sound for each channel, always chosen from the currently loaded category. Browse sounds with the arrows here, again in the same category. The A, B and C variations are 3 sub-presets of a sound with blending capabilities. Click into each, or use the mod wheel to blend. To create a bespoke version and save it, set each channel's level and the state of the 8 macros here. Then save by clicking here for A, B or C. Variation saves also recall the pan controls on the mixer page and the new sequence mod dial settings. Instead of variation morphing, tie the mod wheel directly to a single macro level. Or you can have the mod wheel control multiple macros. The new micro-tuning presets are available just here, and they offer quick and easy routes into unique scales. Some pages of this expanded engine are brand new to RSI 1, including the sequencer. Swap between sequencer and arpeggiator modes here. Then either choose a preset here, or use the matrix to program your own sequencers. All of the usual options are here in the 16-step sequence that can be shortened with the handles just here. Setting the randomization slider to a low value and then clicking one or more of the dice will add humanization to the sequence. Or drag the randomizer higher for more wild results. You can clear any parameter sequence like this. Deactivate certain channels for sequencing here. Or bypass the selected parameter line by clicking here. Change the time base or introduce swing. The second page has options for playback direction and scaling, including creative random playback. There are also polyphonic playback settings for adding second or third notes at predefined intervals. As you can see, things can get pretty creative using all of the different modes. If you click lock, then any new preset you load will retain the same sequence. Back on the main page, there are some select sequence options, including start-end handles, and the sequence mod macro dial, hardwired to parameters of the sequencer in a bidirectional way. Turning to the left shortens the note lengths and reduces the velocity of all sequencer steps, and vice versa when turned to the right. You can set this macro and save to ABC variations for fun transformations. The new detune page allows you to perform global detuning by cent per channel. Then fatten up your channels below with 90s supersaw modulation and swarm, creating endless shifting sonic clones. Dial in more voices for even wider detuning and randomize the phase for unpredictable results. The spread dial shifts the voices across the soundstage. Edit all frequency modulation parameters with the new FM page. Select a channel here. Then choose LFO source settings and send them to oscillator, filter, or amplitude with variable intensity. On the right-hand side, set up pitch envelope evolutions with attack and release mapped to the time macro. Then tweak FM intensity modulation. Finally, a quick browse through some of the other pages of RSI 1, which now has 2 insert effect sends for each channel. The Effects tab here has the parameters for each of these, as well as mixing in spatial effects, including realm reverb. The edit page now has 2 filters per channel for even more sound shaping fun. And the Animate page contains options for modulation sequencing and animating LFO filters and drift. For a deeper dive into these parameters and sound shaping features, check out the overview video for sister library Low End Strings, explaining the engine specifics. RSI 1 is the first in 10 Phantom Room's new lineup, with deeply twisted and multi-sampled patches from a super expensive synth and sound design transformations from hardware gear and beyond. These sounds are both functional and flexible, with a myriad of ways to ride the variations and dive under the hood to tweak them yourself. Explore the full possibilities of this inspiring library via the audio demos at nativeinstruments.com, and thanks for watching.